Hello everyone, this is the very first Crystal Room fight in DFFOO Global. Hell House, which is this stage, is the default stage in the Crystal Room quest. And yes, I know you can just change the level to something simpler, but I wanted to see whether I can overcome the challenge because the idea of doing a level 3 Hell House fight, which is Hell House with 150% HP, seems intriguing, especially since if you have to use the same crystal characters. I decided to go for green crystal as my first run. I was sort of debating between black and green, but I went for green mainly because black crystal characters lack a character who can charge the force gauge. I think Theodore is the only one that's currently able to do it, and I don't want to use Theodore, so I went for green crystals instead. And the party here is Sid Reigns, Aerith, and Rem. At the start, it's all about winning the force gauge race, which is tight but is very possible. And I have to say it is also consistent. As long as you take the same actions and you don't take any additional action, you will always hit 100% force gauge and enter force time before the boss does. In terms of the actions taken so far, Sid Reigns just goes straight into BT plus at the start. Aerith uses all 10 of her potion passes and then ends her turn with BT plus. With Sid Reigns as the main damage dealer, and if you're going to Sid Reigns force time, you always want to try to use everyone's BT plus before force time. The reason is the BT plus attack itself can never launch an enemy, and in Sid Reigns force time, if you don't do a launch, you miss out on the force conditionals. Rem acts last, and I gave Rem the Lunafreya LD call, but really on hindsight, I don't think it's needed. You can take the very same actions without the Lunafreya call. The only thing that's different here is that this allows me to use one swap turn with Rem to buff Sid Reigns with Max Brave up, but I don't think that's really needed. Instead of the Lunafreya call, you can maybe just use one cure with Rem to charge the force gauge and then end her turn with BT plus. So if you don't have Lunafreya, I think that's the alternate route to take. With Sid Reigns, I gave him the Leo LD call just for the extra true damage effect. There are many options. I don't think Leo call is really mandatory here. The extra damage effect is really quite small in the grand scheme of things because those cannot be force boosted. So if you don't have the general Leo LD call, don't worry too much about it, but you should of course go quickly into Sid Reigns force time because any other action beyond this will cause the boss to hit 100% force gauge. Once you are inside force time, the next bit I think has a little bit of room for optimization. What I did here is go for Iris EX to pull Rem's turns back, mainly because I realized I didn't want to use two of Iris's force echoes, which is why I think the Lunafreya LD call might probably be not the best choice for call ability. But anyway, the idea here is that you want to build the force gauge bonus a little bit by using one echo with Iris and one echo with Rem before passing the turn back to Sid Reigns. The important thing in this strat is that you want Sid Reigns to start his BT mode with the force time remaining at the minimum 9 turns. So either 9 or 10 turns, but if it's anything lower than 9 turns, then I don't think this run will make it. You need to exit Sid Reigns BT mode with at least 2 turns of force time remaining. The main goal of Sid Reigns BT mode is purely for damage. You want to bring the boss to phase 2 and ideally somewhere between like 80%, 90% of phase 2. As Sid Reigns is going through his BT mode, A few of his skills has turn manipulation, for example his LD, his FR and his S2. During his turn manipulation moves, you always want to select Aerith because you want Aerith to act first after Sid Rain's PT mode. As I'm going through the rest of Rain's PT mode, just a quick mention about the Crystal Room quest. I know there's a lot of questions and discussions surrounding which crystal color should you go first. There really isn't a right or wrong answer here. Obviously, I think the best answer would be go for the crystal color that you have the most characters built for in your roster. And everyone can be a little bit different here. I decided to go for green because green has quite a few recent strong characters, 3 of which are featured here in this party. Plus, additionally, green also has a few force cage charges. And in my runs, I usually try to go quickly into force time and beats the boss down, so having force cage charges makes more sense to my playstyle. But really similar to ultimate weapons, eventually you build many different crystal character passives anyway, so the early decision doesn't really have too big an impact, I feel. As long as of course you have characters that can make use of the crystal passives that you actually unlock. So I sort of went overkill here, and the boss has 13% HP left before swapping to phase 2, which made me think that the early Aerith EX at the start of the force time was maybe a mistake. You could probably do something like, assuming you have no Lunafreya call effect up, just go Sid Rain's FR, then Aerith Echo, Ram Echo, and then go Sid Rain's PT mode. That should probably net you the same result and allow you to start his PT mode with 10 turns of force time remaining instead. Anyway, 2 turns is enough. What you want to do at the start is have Aerith LD call out, and this is very important because when the boss goes below 60% and below 40% health, the boss will buff itself with durability, and you can't let the buff come out. So the Aerith LD call is mandatory. With the final force turn, you just want to spam the rest of your echoes. It might seem like a very tall order to finish off the boss with just 1 turn of force time remaining, but you are at 999% and Sid Rain's absolutely shreds at 999%. Plus, don't forget, Aerith can also copy Sid Rain's damage. In phase 2, the boss will also use Luna Attack Plus and Luna Attack Plus Plus, which normally does a ton of damage and will likely KO you, but this is where Aerith's BT effect comes in, and yes, her BT aura is therefore mandatory. Aerith's BT makes the Hell House Max Brave become 0, which means that the Luna Attack will always do 0 HP damage. You will still take gravity HP damage from when the boss transitions to phase 2 and when the boss used its Hell Press attack, but those, as I said, are gravity HP damage and will never kill you. It will bring your HP pretty low, but that's where the Alexander summon comes in. So you can see Sid Rain did absolutely massive damage there with his final echoes, and with that attack you obviously want to bring Aerith to act after him so that you can use Aerith EX to copy the damage. Once you take the final Hell Press attack, immediately pop Alexander Summon to heal your life back up to full, then use Aerith EX to close off the fight. That is a whopping 96 million HP damage launched from Aerith. Anyway, that's it for the first Crystal Room quest. As always, I hope the video has been helpful, and if you enjoy the content, do leave a like, comment and subscribe. It really helps a lot. Till then, I'll see you guys in the next Shinryu fight. Bye!